As far as weedless rigging plastics, I prefer basically a straight shank if I can get away with it. But if I make a long cast, like say a Carolina rig, or maybe I got to fish a spinning pole, something like that with that, then I will go to your standard original, you know, worm hook shape. Anything that's real thin, like these finesse worms or any of the smaller stuff from long casting essentially, that's when I'll go to your traditional round bend worm hook. Rigging's the same as anything else. Pop her in there, pull her up, and then kind of eye her up. And the thing that I do with the Elaztech though, I don't really Texpose. I kind of keep the hook completely buried. That plastic's so soft that I don't need that hook point exposed to get penetration. I mean, this stuff's super duper soft. So when I set the hook, that point's coming through no matter what. So I leave the hook buried in more than I would with a traditional plastic. So for thin things and things I cast a long ways, it's just your traditional standard worm hook. All the stuff that I pitch and flip or close range or thicker stuff like your bang sticks, your big turds, stuff like that, I prefer a straight shank, and I believe that to be the best keeper for Elaztech. That's just a fluorocarbon prong essentially that holds it up there. Does a really good job holding Elaztech, that or, you know, some kind of wire keeper versus, you know, just the bend of the hook or you know, some of the bigger keepers. I think that the little fluorocarbon keeper does the best job holding Elaztech up. And paired here, kind of same deal. I don't go all the way through with the hook point, but you know, standard just straight in, 1/4 inch or so. Pull that up over those fluorocarbon keepers right there. You can really get a good look at that. It holds it on there really good, and then line it up and kind of just pull the tail down. But I don't see that hook's never coming through all the way with the Elaztech if I'm trying to, you know, fish weedless. If you tried skin hooking it, you're going to be fighting it, and like I said, that plastic's so soft that when I pull, there's no way that hook's not coming through and penetrating the fish. So I like to keep my points a little more buried than I would with a traditional plastic, and like I said, that fluorocarbon keeper's the best one I've found for holding Elaztech baits up. And you know, pretty simple rigging. I kind of shy away from the extra wide gaps with these, or even the corkscrew style ones. You're kind of fighting those, but anything with a wire keeper or that fluorocarbon keeper holds the bait up really well as far as weedless rigging. You know, obviously if you're fishing on a jig head or a drop shot Nico rig, your hook's exposed, whatever, or you know, on the back of a jig or chatterbait, that's fine. But pretty simple. If you got the right keeper, the plastic will last, you know, half the day. With that setup right there, you can keep re-rigging it and re-rigging it, moving the hook around, and get a lot of fish out of a single bait. And that's the beauty of the Elaztech. Between the flotation, standing up on the bottom, and then the durability of it is really where it shines. You know, you can fish all day on one bag of worms, even if you're catching, you know, 50, 60 fish a day, where if you're using, you know, like a standard stick bait, you're pretty much one bite and the worm's done. You throw it away and grab another one. You can go through a lot of bags of worms that way, but with that bang stick, I can, you know, catch quite a few fish on one bait, especially with that keeper style.